Parcheesi.
Following contest is a femme fatale match, and it is for the #1 contendership for the OVW Women's Championship. Introducing first, from Cleveland, Ohio, Epiphany.
You know something, Dean? There's just something that brightens my day when I look at her, and something inside me tells me I could tame her. I could bring her down a notch.
Yeah. Well, here's how the progression of this has gone. About 3 weeks ago, Taryn Shay and CJ Lane met for a #1 contenders match. We'll tell you the outcome here as soon as Tyler Houston.
And her opponent, from Paoli, Indiana, CJ Lane.
CJ victorious in the first contenders match. The following week, another situation. Taryn Shay victorious there, and basically an agreement between the two. They called it even. And this was supposed to be Taryn against CJ Lane, but Epiphany's joining us here at the television desk, the women's champion, Josie. Josie, darling, I'm so glad you're out here.
I have an available mic for you there, champ. If anything I can do to help you.
Yes, I want this microphone, not the other one they're trying to hand me.
Oh, crossbody, 1, 2.
Ooh, she almost had her.
Again, joined here at the desk by the femme fatale champion, the lovely Josie out here. Got that good-looking belt around her, over her shoulder, and watching because Josie, both of these women out here believe they ought to be the #1 contender for your title.
This is true. This is a match for the #1 contendership. Unfortunately, it was Taryn versus CJ. And
what happened to Taryn?
Well, it looks as though Epiphany took another shortcut and made sure that Taryn could not make the match tonight.
What, some kind of an altercation in the back? Is that what you're alluding to?
You could call it that, yes.
Okay, well, Taryn Shay in some kind of an altercation with obviously Epiphany, I guess, in the back. And
I witnessed it myself, actually.
An eyewitness account from the women's champion. Well, right now, Epiphany obviously is getting what she wants, an opportunity to become the #1 contender for the femme fatale title. Epiphany and CJ Lane are going at it. I know, Josie, you've scouted both of these young ladies more than a few times. I would have to think probably pound for pound you would rather face CJ Lane, but as far as, what she may know, you may want to face Epiphany. Got a feeling about that?
I don't have a preference as far as opponents go. I will put the OVW Women's Championship on the line against any definite contender.
I think what Dean Hill just tried to say there, my lady, is that he don't think you can handle Epiphany. I think that's what Dean just said.
That's not what Dean just said. Dean just wanted to know if you had a preference, if you had one scouted more than the other.
Absolutely
Kenny, you trying
not.
to throw me under the bus?
Look, as you both well know, I have faced girls much bigger than Epiphany.
Well, that's
okay,
true.
I am not scared of her. She wants a shot at my OVW Women's Championship. She's going to have to earn it and stop taking shortcuts.
Well, right now she obviously thinks a shortcut is going through the young lady from Paoli, Indiana, CJ Lane. Epiphany right now with the advantage, but CJ and Epiphany have met before, and CJ actually carved a name for herself here. Hold it, 1, 2. CJ actually carved a name for herself here in OVW in a match against Epiphany. She lost it, but it was she took Epiphany to the wall.
Go right ahead, darling. Tell them what's on your mind.
Well, congratulations to CJ and congratulations to Epiphany. I hope they continue to train hard, but if they want this belt, they still have to come through me. And no woman in female wrestling today trains harder than I do.
Well, that's true. We know that when you left us for Hotlanta there for a little while, that everything fell in disarray in the femme fatale locker room, and when you walked back in the door, people snapped to.
Snapped to attention. Yes, they did.
Snap.
Oh, snap.
Oh, snap. Hey, look, Kenny, I'm almost hip.
Yeah. Yeah, on your best day.
Right now, Epiphany with the advantage. Oh, and brings that right leg down across the lower back, the kidney area of CJ Lane. Again, posing, I should say, over the top of CJ Lane. Oh, and something to say to Josie.
She said you're holding her property is what she just said. I heard her.
I've seen her property. He's backstage. No, I'm not holding her property. I won this belt fair and square. Thank you.
Epiphany working on that, got that bear hug down on one knee on CJ Lane. CJ trying to figure a way out of it right now, but Epiphany is cranking on it. Back up to a vertical base.
Dean, she locks that in. She can snap a rib or two on this young lady in a heartbeat.
Epiphany right now. Bill Clark, your referee, trying to figure out whether or not CJ Lane wanted to give up. You saw the result of that. That was a definite no. CJ up, CJ down. Epiphany has had her way with CJ Lane since the beginning of this.
CJ being dominated right now by Epiphany. Josie, does that give you any concerns?
Not at all. Let me just remind you both that I accomplished a feat that Epiphany couldn't. I beat not one, but both Blossom twins to win this belt.
That's true.
I'm not scared of her.
You did do that. Can't argue with that.
And won the cake bake-off, pie bake-off, as I remember. The girl can not only take the ladies to the limit, can bake a damn good pie.
I couldn't be here that night. I would have sure loved to have been here to have some of your pie, Josie.
I would have gladly given you a slice if you had been here, but you took the night off, I guess.
Well, I was an ill man.
Right now,
Caught
Epiphany
something from Dean.
Epiphany and CJ Lane have been going at it from the very, very beginning of the bell. But it's been all Epiphany. Oh, and CJ finding her way back.
That might be the first offensive move I've seen her make tonight.
I believe you're right, Kitty. And a couple of fists, a couple of flipper forearms.
That normally just makes Epiphany mad.
Another right punch from Epiphany to the chin of CJ Lane. Thought CJ was starting to feel the tide turn back towards her.
Well,
but
normally when you hit Epiphany, that just makes her mad. Well, just going to see how mad she's going to get now.
CJ, buddy, firing back.
That's right. She's firing up.
CJ firing it back. The Irish whip on Epiphany from CJ Lane. CJ Lane follows
There
it with
we
a right
go.
elbow.
Not an easy task slinging her into a turnbuckle and then followed it up with a stiff elbow. Let's see what else she's got.
CJ Lane fired up, buddy, running in. Catches the double knee from Epiphany for her trouble.
Her luck just ran out, just like Jay Leno's.
Epiphany pulling CJ back up. Oh, up.
Whoa!
Wait a second.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this contest as a result of a disqualification and the #1 contender for the OVW Women's Championship, CJ Lane.
CJ Lane victorious, but she won it in the back door, if you will. Epiphany, whether she thought she was doing the right thing or not, Epiphany made the mistake of throwing CJ Lane over the top rope.
and
Epiphany just threw away CJ Lane and her shot at being the #1 contender, King.
Didn't seem to care a bit. Josie over there checking her out, but I don't think Josie's a doctor. I don't know if it's going to help her any or not.
Epiphany thinks that she felt, oh, look at this, we got a stare down. You're holding my property, says Epiphany. Josie saying, if it's yours, baby, you got to take it.
Oh, man, got none of her property. I don't like that look.
We got an attitude going on here. The only thing we ain't got going is the head shaking back and forth.
Tell me I would pay a few bucks to see this.
I'm telling you right now, CJ Lane may be the #1 contender. Josie is obviously the champion, but Epiphany and Josie, their paths will cross.